Teapot. The Teapot started by 3 young Zimbabweans when we were at university. We kind of wanted to do a show that kind of showcased Zimbabwe in a different light. We felt like the international media didn't always, show the other side of Zimbabwe. Yes, we have our problems. Yes, our economy is not in the best state, but there's also amazing things that happen in this country. And so the Teapot, started as an idea to showcase that. It's mainly a lifestyle show, so we look at everything from arts to hotspots around Zimbabwe, and yeah, we are looking forward to actually giving the world a different offering of Zimbabwe. So we're excited that this show started.
Well, our journey so far has not been easy, much like any business or any project. But luckily enough, there are people that are open-minded enough to take us on board, and people that shared our vision. We had a lot of people that said no to us. For example, when we were looking for venues to shoot, we had quite a number of people who just weren't invested in the dream. But luckily enough, we have organizations or businesses or companies like the Zimbo Jam that really share, I guess, the same idea or the same passion or the same view for where our country is going in terms of media and entertainment from a local perspective. And yeah, people like Join City have been awesome. They've been giving us support in terms of location, and also it's been hard, but it's taken a lot. It's taken our own money, time, especially. We can never get back time, but so far we've been so happy to get the results we've had so far, and many thanks to the Zimbo Jam. There are people who've had our backs, and we can't even express how grateful we are.
You are watching the Teapot. You are watching the Teapot.
Yay! Let's talk about quality.
Quality.
Yeah.
What about it?
What should people know? I mean, if you're gonna be online, what should they look in terms of cameras and all that? What would you advise people to do if they want to have good stuff online?
Well, it all depends with what you're shooting.
Yeah.
And if it's stuff like the Teapot, you obviously need a decent camera and good editing as well.
Yeah.
But a whole lot of things come into play. It's camera, lighting, sound.
And Lord knows we've had difficulty getting everything together.
Everything, pretty much everything, makeup.
Yeah.
But I think in the context of Zim, in terms of cameras, you can still pull it off with the cameras and the 5Ds and everything.
Yeah.
But for the Teapot, we're using Black Magic. That's what we're using. But in the context of Zim, you can still pull it off with other cameras as well.
Yeah.
It just comes down to editing and the kind of content you have, the creativity.
Yeah.
So a whole lot of things come into play.
Cokes? Yep. So, what advice do you have maybe for other people who want to come online, or we're still new, but in terms of from our journey?
Definitely you need to have amazing PR, and shout out to my girl holding the camera right now because she's amazing at that. But you just need to be aware of what's going on around you, things that are happening. Even on Twitter, people talk about trends. Also be involved in those conversations so that you can also direct people or draw people to the things that you're doing.
Yeah.
And then that's how you get recognition. It hasn't been easy, but so far the response we've gotten has been spectacular. And also we've had a lot of support from our friends and maybe family from overseas.
Yeah.
So that's been awesome.
Okay. I agree. I think it's been, firstly, it took us so long to get here. It was months and months of planning, and sometimes people aren't supportive, sometimes people aren't. It's amazing when people come on board and people are excited about it. And just even now, after our first episode, so many people want to be involved. They want to, people are seeing the dream and where we want to go. So I think it's just perseverance. You have to keep going, because it comes a time where you may want to throw in the towel, but you basically have to keep going, and it's so worth it when people are watching and people are giving feedback. I mean, our sound wasn't as perfect as we wanted it for the first episode, so we're still improving, And yeah, the journey is exciting. You just have to keep learning. You have to keep asking, keep learning, keep pushing, and it all comes together in a weird way. And yeah, we're excited for more shows, and we want more of our personalities to come out as well.
True.
Yeah, we were too scripted in the first one, so we're learning as well, and we want your feedback as well. So feel free to give us feedback on our show, because we want to learn.
Where are we going from here then?
After the station, we keep on going straight.
No, the next destination we're stopping at is your place.
This is what happens with the Teapot. We're always discussing our schedules, and sometimes we don't always agree.
Yeah.
Right? No, that happens quite a bit. We don't always agree. But we compromise, which is important.
So there's a service station over there.
There we go. Okay, maybe there we not go.
The destination we're stopping at first is
We'll
yours.
go straight.
And then we'll do Mimi's, and then we'll do the service station.
Yeah. Okay.
Gotta keep time, people.
Gotta get drinks, people.
Boys, Patronas, Maya, no Tipiwa, home, away, messing noise.
They expect like a lot of stuff. I mean, like at first we used to be concerned like what are we gonna have for the next episode, but then like lately a lot of things have just been happening, so we have like a lot of content. Obviously we can't tell you what to expect. Yeah, we can't like spoil that.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff is coming.
Cups.
Oh, yeah. Expect a lot of diversity because, like we said earlier, we want to do everything from businesses to artists being musicians, being, fashion designers, especially in Zim. The fashion industry is really growing. It's really booming. And I think we actually have a lot to offer in that aspect. But just expect a lot of creativity. Like we love to show the beauty we can actually see, and hopefully that will emulate exactly the way we see it in the Teapots.
Chris had a late night yesterday.
That wasn't so late. No.
Am I turning left or am I still going right?
We keep going straight. It wasn't a late night as such. We got home at like 2, almost 3 in the morning. It's
Yeah,
not so
that's
late.
not late in our
You know
terms,
where
eh?
I was in the second phase of my sleep. I woke up at 2. I woke up at 2 and I checked the time and I went back to sleep. So that's why it's the second phase, because I woke up in the middle.
How many phases do you have though?
Just 2.
Just 2.
Yeah, I was in the final phase.
Oh.
Final phase.
Coco goes to bed really early.
At
10:30. Not 8 o'clock.
It was
okay,
like
fine.
last
Maybe-
week
maybe
when she had to
8:30.
stay out, she was like, oh my gosh, I'm normally in bed this time, and it was like 9 o'clock, and Coco was like, my bedtime now.
But yeah, I mean, 10:30, I'll be living precariously. Like, that changed definitely is.
Yeah. Been thinking about the future of the Teapots, and it's quite an interesting one because a lot of people have been asking, are we going to expand to Africa? I think for next year, we want to focus more on Zimbabwe because that's really where we're from and that's what we're passionate about, and we're really passionate about our country. So definitely lots more about Zim, and we actually want to move out of Harare because we've just been covering a lot of events in Harare.
Exactly.
So whoever wants to fund us, funding, right?
Ching ching, money, money, money.
We'd love to go to the Big Falls, Mutare. I mean, there's Gweru. There's so many places we would love to just go and see what's happening there. So I think once we have the funding to do that, we'll expand. But African West Coast.
Yeah, no, definitely. I agree with everything she said. But we'll be only ready to move out of here once we've established what we need to establish for our country. Of course, we're open to, we love Africa in general. We also studied outside of the country, and we got to embrace more of Africa through the people we interacted with, and that's where I guess we'll get a lot of inspiration, because there's lots of people who are based in different countries who are like, you know, you should come visit our country, and like, sure, and when we go we can always take the teapot with us, so you never know, very soon we might be in your city, in your country.
And Africa is the future.
It is the future.
Yes, we're looking
We've
forward to
got
that.
so much potential here.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is it from Zim.
You're watching
Teapot.
the Teapot.